Hi, I wanted to share with you how I reuse and organize my children's workbooks and their worksheets. So one of the ways that I do that is I use an old binder with the clear pocket in the front and the pocket in the back, because these make fantastic dry erase surfaces. And I've also reused worksheets by putting them in a sheet protector, and that works out pretty well. They're not as durable as the front of the binders, but if that's all you have, that's a great option. Now, to keep myself organized, I use these folders that I found on Amazon. And they're nice and strong, so they hold everything securely in here. So I really like that. In this front pocket, I have stickers, because stickers are like gold to my kids. And I use them as rewards. So if they do a worksheet that is particularly challenging for them, I like to reward them for the great job that they did with the sticker. The scientific method. So the way I have these organized is I have pre-writing. So pre-writing is doing things like a simple maze or just scribbling. Scribbling is actually pre-writing. Another activity is letter tracing with cars or their fingers. So this one is supposed to be a road, and I have the kids roll little cars across the letters. This is ABCs and Phonics. More ABCs and Phonics, but this time a different workbook. Colors and shapes. And here's an activity that I really like. This is in my numbers and pre-math folder. So this one, I found this printable online, and it has really cute little counting bears on it. We happen to have a bucket of counting bears, but if you do not have counting bears, this printable included bears that you could cut out, so you could use it to complete the sequence here. So this is numbers and pre-math. And then I have something here called more basics. So that's just kind of my, I don't know exactly where to put this, so I'm just going to stick it in here. So like this worksheet, this is a matching one where the children have to match the shoes that go together. So that's it. That's how I use this binder. Now when you have just one, a binder is probably an easy bet. It's a little bit harder for two of them. Now the only problem with the binders is that they get heavy. So once I started organizing the binder and putting in the worksheets, it got really challenging for my little man to pick this up and carry it around. So I found these. So these, I actually got a bunch of them on Amazon for a really good deal, but I have found them at the Dollar Tree, and I actually have some from the Dollar Tree that are comparable to this. And I have have a few of them because my children are kind of rough on things sometimes. All kids are. So this is an example of something I would put into more basics. And in this worksheet, I have my kids draw pictures of themselves or me, daddy, that sort of thing. I also have, let's see. So this I designed myself for my little man. It's a garbage truck that has to get all the way to the landfill to dump out all of its trash. And this is what he uses to practice writing letters, to practice writing his name. And I tell him not to write down here because you don't want to block the garbage truck. He really likes doing that. And some of the things that I use, of course, are dry erase markers. I get my dry erase markers from the Dollar Tree because my kids are pretty rough on the markers, and sometimes they leave the caps off and they dry out, so I really don't spend a lot on the markers, and these are actually pretty good markers. And then there's something that I recently have discovered that I had never heard of before, and I thought it was the neatest thing. Crayola makes dry erase crayons, and these things, way cool. They wash off super easily, so I like that because my kids tend to want to draw all over their workstations. A lot of times their workstations have more artwork on them than these do. So I'm going to show you real quick. They write very nicely. The color is not as deep and rich as the dry erase markers, for instance. So if you wanted to use them on a dry erase board, I wouldn't recommend it unless the kids are going to be close to the board. But I'm not an artist. Maybe I'm a Picasso. Maybe it's Picasso. We'll go with that. With just a little bit of elbow grease, you can erase the dry erase crayons. And something I also discovered just out of curiosity was that on this, not necessarily this surface, but on the sleeves, I could use a regular crayon and again a little bit of elbow grease, and I could write on these sleeves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post some links for you to, that is very heavy. I'm going to post some links for you to the folders and the dry erase crayons, my dry erase sleeves, and the activities, some of the activities that I still have links to, some of the activities that I have printed out and used with my kids with success. So I hope this helps you and your kiddos. Thanks for watching.